welcome to Little Learners. Today I want to talk to you about how you can say no less often to your children. This doesn't always mean saying yes though. It's all about being a bit creative and giving a creative yes. Before we get started, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you find this video helpful, please do click the thumbs up button as it really helps out the channel. So first of all, the word no. Obviously, it's an important word. We need to say no to children sometimes. Can I run out into the middle of the road and play in the traffic? No. Can I eat chocolate for breakfast, lunch and dinner? No, unfortunately. But do we overuse no? In itself, the word no doesn't tell us a lot, just that we can't do or have that thing. And that's probably the reason it's often followed up by the word why. We can't always say yes, but we don't always have to say no. First of all, when we're about to say no to our child, I think it's really important to think about why we are saying no. What is the reason behind this no? Is it because this is something dangerous and I have to say no? Or is it because we don't have enough time? Is it because it will be messy or inconvenient for me? Is it because I don't have the energy for it right now? Or is it because it's too expensive? All of these reasons may be very valid. But once you've really thought about it and figured out your why, then you can decide whether or not you actually need to say no, or could you say yes? For example, Mummy, can I eat my dinner on a blanket on the floor in the living room instead of at the table? You might say no, because we always eat at the table, or dinner must be eaten at the table. But in certain situations, you might think, well, why am I saying that? Because we always do it this way. Is it so bad if we have a picnic-style dinner today? Probably not. So actually, I could say yes. If you can't say yes, then it's time to find out their why. Why do they want this thing? Why are they behaving in this certain way? What is it that they need? What are they craving at the moment? So for example, if they're saying that they want to have their dinner on a blanket, on the floor, and they want you to join them, is it because they're looking for connection and a bit of fun? They want something a bit different. Is it because they find this particular food difficult to eat or boring, or they're not sure they like it, so they want to do it in a situation that's more comfortable for them? If they keep wanting to run out into the road, why are they doing that? Is it because they have lots of excess energy and they just want to run? In which case, could we do that in a different way? Is it because they're trying to run away from you because there's something going on that they don't want to do or they don't like? What is the reason behind this behaviour or this want or this need? So rather than a no, is there a creative yes here? So not exactly yes, we can do that thing or you can have this thing, but something in the middle. We need some problem solving here. So for example, if you're asking your child, why do you keep running into the road? Why do you want to be in the road? And they say, I want to run in the road because I want to be fast like the cars, I want to race them. Then you know what their why is, and you can say, well, we can't really do it there because it's not safe, but maybe we could go to the park and both pretend to be cars and race each other and see who's the fastest. So we are trying to think about how we can give them their why, so wanting to run and be fast like a car, in a more appropriate way. Another example, I know you want to sit in the front seat of the car because you want to see what goes on when I drive, but it's not really safe to do that. You need to stay in your seat. So when we get home and the car's turned off, you can come and sit in the driver's seat and I'll show you what all the different buttons and things do. Again, not saying no to being in the front seat, but explaining the safety aspect there and how we can do this in a safer way. Sticking with the car theme, I know you want to take all of your cars to the park so that you can put them down the slide and watch them go. We can't really take all of your cars to the park, so we can either choose a few to take, or we could work out how to build a ramp here at home and then all of your cars can go down a ramp. We can't throw toy trains because they are not throwing toys. They might hurt someone or break something. I can see you're feeling angry and frustrated and you want to throw things, so let's go and find your balls and we can throw those instead. That will be a lot safer. Hearing no less often can strengthen its meaning when it is heard, and also allow children to accept it a bit more. Imagine you're a child and you are constantly having to ask permission for everything that you want to do or you want to have, and you are constantly being told, no, you cannot have this. You're being denied that permission you're asking for over and over and over again. It must be exhausting and you just want a win now and again. The creative yes gives the child what they are craving in that moment. We're really getting to the root of what they want or need, and also helps them to develop their own problem solving skills. So for example, my son wanted to go to a soft play the other day, but there weren't any spaces left that day. And I was thinking, okay, what can we be doing instead? Because he's really disappointed. But he came to me and said, oh, I know, Mummy, why don't we go home and make our own soft play at home? We can use all of my toys and some cushions and some blankets. And that was fantastic because that was seeing the creative yes from his perspective, and he was coming up with the idea and problem solving. And so that helped him to deal with his own disappointment. He was disappointed, he was upset that we couldn't go to the soft play, but then he thought of his own solution. So do you try to give your child a creative yes? Or if not, are you going to give it a go? I would definitely challenge yourself to try and do it for a week, see how it goes. It can be a bit difficult at first to think about in the moment, okay, how can I turn this into a creative yes? But you can do it. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. I think this is especially helpful when things are very expensive, because as we know, the cost of living has really gone up lately. And if your child wants something and it's just too expensive, you can't keep spending the money on it, it's nice to show them that they can still have an aspect of what they would like, but in a more cost-effective way. So do let me know in the comments any examples that you have of your own creative yes, and when they've worked or when they haven't worked. I usually find that they do work quite well, and working with the child to problem solve together works really well as well. Take their thoughts into account every time they have an idea. Think, okay, is this possible? Could we do this? Do we need to tweak it a little bit? And it's really that respect there between the both of you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been helpful. Do let me know in the comments below what you think. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the Little Learners channel. It would be lovely to have you in the Little Learners family. And if you found this video helpful, do give it a thumbs up, as it really helps out the channel. You can find more about Little Learners, videos, guides to things like phonics and lots more on my website, littlelearners.education. You can also book a consultation with me. I do consultations with teachers, parents, childminders, really anyone interested in early years education, and I also offer tuition for children as well. So if you want to find out more about that, do check out my website, littlelearners.education. You can also follow me on social media. I am at Little Learners Videos, and you can always message me on there if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.